Peace, love, friendship. These are precious because we know they cannot endure. Ladies and gentlemen, hello, welcome back to some more Star Trek in Stellaris. New Horizons mod. This is Trill. It is a Class G star, and, well, it is the home of the Trill. It's really quite self-explanatory and not very creative in its naming, but yes, the star is called Trill, the planet is called Trill, and so are the people. The reason we're here is because Commander Tucker, specifically Charles Trip Tucker III, has a mission here. Now, I'm perhaps underselling this. They specifically asked for Charles Trip Tucker III to lead a diplomatic conference on Trill. He was tasked with this. No one else. They want specifically this man to lead a diplomatic conference on the planet. Yeah, I don't know either. I really don't. I don't know either, but tell you what. The Cardassians are getting a bit... how do I put it? Aggressive. They've vassalized the Tholians. They are now a proper threat and a rival. They've also vassalized the Zenkethi. And the Zenkethi aren't really thrilled about that, but it is their predicament. Now, it will be probably up to Starfleet to do something about it, but just a few light years over in the other direction, there's a war, a proper war, between what the hell is between? Sorry, between the Sonar Command and the Orion Trade Union, and the Orion Trade Union is losing. Which is not entirely a good or bad thing. I don't really have any feelings either which way about one or the other group there, but still. Meanwhile, the Federation has nicely expanded over the course of the last dozen or so years. We've integrated the Deltan Union, which is not a huge territorial expanse, but it is somewhat significant. And, much more importantly, our economy is booming, and so is ship production. The Federation is, for one, upgrading all of its star bases, quite literally all of them, and is producing ships at a rate never before seen in Federation history. Is producing multiple vessels on all its different shipyards and reinforcing all of its fleets. There is also a proposition to add the Morali states as an association with the coalition, which the Federation, that being us, has began, but right now this is what we're most interested in. Coming out of warp, I can't really see them, where are they? Coming out of warp, here they are, is the fleet of Charles Tucker III. This is, I believe, our second fleet, right? No, it is our first fleet, never mind. Not that it makes much of a difference, but yes. Our first fleet is here on a diplomatic mission. That doesn't sound very Starfleet, but this is what they specifically asked for, so more than happy to oblige, I suppose. I mean, you know, why not? Here's the thing, though. I have an idea as to what this might be about. Oh, and the vote did pass, I think. No, this was the embassy. Okay, never mind. We're going to have elections soon, and looks like Yelena Kazakov is going to win again, which is interesting. But yeah, here's the ships are moving out. I have a feeling I know what this is about. I have a feeling that the Trill are going to ask for some type of protection / guarantee against the Cardassians, and that the only way they see themselves being fully protected and guaranteed is becoming a part of the Federation, or rather rather, by becoming a part of the Federation. Maybe. I don't know. Oh! Well, that's interesting. For once, Anna Kreutz has been elected Prime Minister. Okay, that's new. I did not know that. I think there was a 75% chance that... oh, what's the word? What's her face? That Yelena Kazakov would have remained in office, but I guess finally, you know, we will have someone else in power, which is fine. You know, democracy and all of that. That's how it goes, I suppose. Right. What are your... Was it mandate? Was it that was that what it's called? Planet mining. Constructing at least 2 additional industrial districts. Aren't we already doing that on... No. Well, we could do that here, right? Yeah, let's do 2 industrial districts right there, and that'll be just fine. Okay, we've done that as well. New ruler. Association status has been offered to the Morali. Lovely. Racial treaty proposed, and we can adopt a new unity thingamablob. And I took the Art of Observation, which allows us some mega buildings to be constructed, but they are going to take a long time to be built, so nothing yet in terms of, well, in terms of that, let's say. Currently we're building the Galactic Forum, which, like I said, will take a bit of time, but that's okay. Much more pleasant news. The Morali, they're focusing on their inward perfection. Okay, that's very nice, but will not join a federation with the Saurians or the Trill. Fascinating, but you will be a... And you will accept subjugation as well. As a protectorate. That... Fascinating things, fascinating things. But, you know... Not much I can do about that, just observe, I suppose. Now, is this observation post... Nah, it's not. It's doing passive observation, which is fine, but we need to work on Federation membership. I'm working on integrating all these smaller worlds into the Federation as well, which is taking a lot of influence, but it's fine because I have 1,000 of it and I have no real way of using it other than the Federation Council, which is... well, I mean, I do intend on using it via the Federation Council, but it only gets me so far, right? Right, that's fine. Can I go over to the Starfleet Historical Society? Show member world designs, nothing. Show light cruisers. So here I can retire and recommission ships. But I don't really intend on doing that manually. That'll take care of itself most of the time. Okay. The Conference of Trill has concluded successfully, leaving relations between the United Federation of Planets and the Trill administration improved, while the breakout session suffered initial setbacks and seemed to hit at an inability to compromise on a number of mutually beneficial agreements between the two powers. By the end of the second week, it became clear that the main objective of the conference would be met, in part due to the efforts of Captain Charles Trip Tucker III. Ha! Well, congratulations, Mr. Tucker. We'll make a diplomat out of you yet. Who would have knew? Who would have known? Like, who would have guessed? That is okay. I mean, great. Congratulations, right? Okay. Tell you what, I don't think it would be a terrible idea to keep First Fleet in Trill space, just as a precaution against the Cardassians. It will be within striking distance of, striking distance. It will be within reach of most of our systems here, and it will be able to defend the border quite nicely until reinforcements arrive in the event of a conflict. I think that would be lovely. And I guess, though, as far as the morale are concerned, we're just going to have to, just have to, you know, leave it at that, I suppose. I do need to improve relations with the Ferengi. And that's how I'm going to go about doing it. The Xindi are being a bit weird. They accept embassies, then they recall them, then they accept some treaties, then they rescind them, and it's... oh, I don't know. They're just being a bit weird, but that's, you know, that's the Xindi, I guess. We'll learn to work with it eventually. I feel like once I've integrated the Saurians and the Trill and some of the other, what's the word? Members of the Federation, when some of the allied races become members of the Federation, they'll like me a bit more, because currently the Xindi's problem is with the Saurians, not with me. And I think the Trill's problem is with the Morali, or vice versa, or something along those lines. Nobody has a problem with me, personally. It's just that they have a problem with my choice of friends, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Admiral Reed has gained a level. That'll be the Third Fleet. Okay. Interesting. 4,000, is it? Already at full strength, I guess. Yeah, okay, that's good. I expected my ships to be a little bit stronger, maybe. But okay. Following weeks of investigation, Malcolm Reed and the USS Zorino NX-16 have completed their cataloging and investigation into the Sign Nebula. Yeah, so they just we were asked to send some starships there to chart out the nebula, I suppose, which we haven't properly done. There were some interesting readings, so we did that, and now everyone's happy again, I suppose, right? Okay, I think that's about it. I think that's all the interesting stuff I have for now. There is some construction to be done. That megastructure will take a while. Oh, that's interesting. A crystalline entity had attacked... is it Robinson? Yeah. Crystalline entity attacked Robinson. Well, that's what you get. The Bolians have rivaled the Romulans. That is the level at which the Romulan Navy has been crippled. Yeah, whatever. The Bolians are their biggest threat. I think that about says it all, really. It's not looking good for the Romulans. Cardassians, on the other hand, are, well, I guess the new threat, which is as it happened historically, I suppose, as well, so there you go. But, we shall deal with them in due time.
Our presence in the galaxy has not gone by unnoticed.
So we established contact with the Tholians, and okay, they are a pretty massive empire. Although they are actually pretty friendly towards us, which is not how I recall things going, but yeah. I suppose they are. I wonder... I have Second Fleet on standby. It's been fully reinforced and upgraded. I could send it to take care of this crystalline entity. I don't like doing this, but at the same time... Well, I'm gonna bring the fleet here, just to consider it in more detail. I wouldn't like to harm that being. I mean, it's... I guess the problem is I don't know how sentient it is. Sorry about that. Guess that's my main concern, but it's not only that, it's the even if it isn't like the most sentient and the most advanced being, the Federation still wouldn't just kill it for the sake of colonizing the planet in the system that it inhabits. But then again, at the same time, it does pose a threat. It did kill one of my scientists.
Technology discovered.
I feel like it's going to be a bit of a... It's going to be a tough choice either way, because I feel like if I just leave it there, it will keep attacking ships that just happen by. And as far as I'm aware, the Federation's black alert drills. Interesting. As far as I'm aware, the Federation's approach to situations like that has been to leave buoys around the system, warning ships not to go near it. You know, and if they decide to go in, well, at that point, like, what do you expect us to do? But they wouldn't, like, they wouldn't kill the entity. Which is kind of, I guess, what I'm supposed to do, but at the same time, there's an M-class planet there, Malona 4. I really want to colonize it. And it's strategically vital because it'll lead to the Badlands, or it's near the Badlands, and it's a base of operations against the Cardassians. Like, I can put something there. It's a tough choice. I don't know. I genuinely don't know what I'm supposed to do. Which is kind of, I guess, why I wanted to take the time and explore all of this. But yeah, that's it for now. I think we're going to continue off camera a little bit until something interesting happens. And see you folks then, I suppose. Because, yeah, I'm just waiting for stuff to finish. It's fun, but like I said, not the most exciting content from a viewing perspective, so with that in mind, I suppose. Others indeed have opened their borders towards me. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. They go back and forth on this. Commercial and research. Maybe this will, like, push them over, because these packs do provide a bonus to relations. Oh, and let's see if we can maybe yeah. What'd you think about that? And I'll tell you what, you owe me one favor, and I will give you food. Okay, tell you what, I'll give you 1,000 food, 1,000 energy, and like 200 minerals. Or more like that, maybe. Huh? And that ought to get you on our good side. I really don't want to, you know, quarrel with you at all, because, well, we've been through all of that, and we really shouldn't, have issues like that. And, alright, there you go. Alright, awesome. Are they still at war with the Xindi Patriarchy and the Xindi Council? War.
Colony established.
Okay, good luck in your war, I suppose. I mean, yeah, I really don't see the point of it as a true Federation member, I suppose. Well, true, you know, Federation to the core, right? I really don't see the point in all of this fighting, but you know what? If you say so, who am I to argue otherwise? Would love to get these science stations that they have. Like the Saurians have one, I think the Morali have one as well. They're very, very neat. And they'll provide a considerable bonus to our research, which is already, yeah, pretty much out there. But okay, yeah, let's just keep going and check back if something interesting happens.